welcome back to my channel. First of all, apologies for not being consistent. Due to some personal work, I was quite busy and I was not able to prepare some videos on the YouTube channel. But I'm back now and I'll be consistent. I'll try to be consistent and today we'll be discussing about a topic on data cloud, which is very much important to understand how data cloud works and how it supports marketing. With that said, let's enter into the session. For those of you who is watching my video for the very first time, I'm Aishwarya, working as solution architect, and I have 8 certifications related to Salesforce. I'm a Trailhead Double Star Ranger, and I am recently recognized as Salesforce Marketing Champion. With that said, these are my social handles. If you want to reach out to me, anything related to Marketing Cloud, Data Cloud, Agent Force, you can ping me in Twitter or in LinkedIn. And here is my Trailhead profile. So you can just go and follow my profile as well. And I do have a Slack channel. If interested, you can join and we can have one-on-one huddles. And I'm also running a program like Trail to Marketing Mastery. This program is about excelling in marketing in Salesforce. We'll be exploring all the different products in marketing, Salesforce marketing especially, and I'll be trying to help you out in your career path. Okay, a short video about the announcement of my marketing champion title. All right, so this particular site will help you to understand what is Marketing Champion program and what are all the benefits of that program and how to become a marketing champion. But please do let me know in the comments if anyone would like to know how to become a marketing champion. Very much welcome to this group if anyone is interested. Okay, with that said, let's move on. Okay, so as you are, if you are watching my video consistently, you might know that we usually start with one quote in every session. So today's quote is: the more that you read, the more things you will know, the more that you learn, the more places you will go. This is a quote written by Dr. Seuss. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing the name properly. And yeah, this is a very wonderful quote, according to me. Like, as much as you read and you are consistent with your profession and upskilling according to your profession, you will know more things and you will excel in your profession, and more that you learn, you will go more places or more heights in your current designation or in your current career. And these are my community contributions so far. And I presented in some of the in-person events, and I've written some blogs as a guest writer in Ion Insights, and have been a virtual speaker in most of the sessions. And here is a list of all the sessions where I have been presented, and a related YouTube URL is also available. And this is an again extended sessions that where I have presented, and I'm actively participating. Sorry, I'm actively participating in each one teach one. This is a program where you can spread your knowledge to co-trailblazers and make them upskill in their career. And the person who learns from you will get an opportunity to teach someone else. So it's a very good initiative started by the Golden Hoodie recipient Shreya Rashinkar. And the upcoming session where I'll be presenting with again a well-known Golden Hoodie recipient Ali Sayed. Uh, Again, it is live. This page is live. If anyone is interested, you can go and register yourself. This topic is around marketing intelligence, where we'll be discussing about in and out of marketing intelligence. Along with it, we'll also discuss again some use cases around this particular topic with a demo. Um, and again, if you want to go and register, please do search for Salesforce Marketer Group Glassboro, United States, and you will get to see the upcoming sessions. And there, this is the second session, and this is a series actually. If you are interested to know more about the next generation of Marketing Cloud, please do go and register for all the sessions. All right, so here we are in the 13th episode of this series, and we are going to cover data model objects and contact point DMO in specific in this particular session. With that said, again, these are all again repeated things. If you are new to my channel, you can go through this, otherwise, you can skip these sections. Just a quick introduction about this brand SFMC Stories, founded in 2023, provides details on Salesforce Marketing Cloud engagement from basics with features, implementation, use cases, and best practices. I'm trying to include some certification study guides, separate contents based on product like Marketing Cloud engagement, account engagement, growth edition, advanced edition, which is nothing but Agent Force marketing. And here is the website URL. If you are willing to know more about my website, you can just go and check this URL. And maybe in the recent Dreamforce, the name was given as Agent Force Marketing. And like these are all the few capabilities of Agent Force Marketing. Maybe we can uncover a few topics in the upcoming sessions. And again, Data Cloud is now named as Data 360. So here and there, you might come across word as Data Cloud, but the official name is Data 360. And this is again an implementation roadmap. And currently we are in configuring the data section, and there is a lot more things to cover. First of all, if at all, if you have missed any of the topics, please do go and check my previous videos to understand what we are currently doing in this particular series. And today, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be discussing about data model objects. So data model objects, in short, it is called as DMO. Uh, and again, to know more about the flow, how data flows from a different external platform to data cloud, there is a separate video which was published, I think, recently. So you can go and check that video, which will help you to understand the data flow. And DMOs in data cloud are standardized logical structures that unify raw data from various sources into a single harmonized view, like a customer profile, enabling analytics, segmentation, and activation without storing the data itself, but referencing its location in DLOs, acting as the core entity for building unified customer views. So, this is the official definition, or maybe a proper definition for what is DMO. So, what it means is like, if at all, if you are having a source system with a different raw data, you're going to bring that raw data into data cloud. And how will system get to know that your data should be organized in such a manner that each and every data which is of different data structure will have same set of details, and how to connect them together. So for that particular concept, data model object is important. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm bringing in data from some external system. The format of the data would be different. Um, like not all the systems have a same structure, data structure or data model. So when it come to data cloud, I wanted to make it organized and bring one single unified data model structure to it, right? So for that, we are going to have this data model object concept, which will help me in bringing a logical or standardized structure for my raw data. Okay, so the key characteristic of DMO is it is virtual and non-materialized, and it's harmonized. It's again a harmonized structure, and you can create a standard and custom DMO. And again, you can establish relationship between a multiple DMOs as well. So what does this mean? So basically, as I told, DMO represent a structured table in Salesforce Data Cloud or Data 360. It organizes your raw data into business focused entities. It can contain fields, relationship like a cardinality relationship, and its source, and it can also map to the source. It also follows a Salesforce standard data structure, and can be customized to match your specific business needs. Like when I say it's virtual and non-materialized, DMOs don't store data directly, but provide a virtual layer defining relationship and structure for data residing in DLOs. Harmonized structure. They present data in a consistent, usable format, like individual DMO for customer profile, contact point email for emails, for analysis and segmentation. Unlike raw data, DLO. DLO would be considered as a raw data, whereas DMO is like an structured and harmonized data. Then standard and custom. You can create a standard DMO like with Salesforce objects like account, contact, and any custom objects that you're going to bring into data cloud. And based on your need, you can also create a custom DMO. Then the relationship, you can define a relationship like one to one, many to one, between different DMOs, building a comprehensive model. Hope you understood this concept. If you are having any question, please do drop it in the comments. Now coming to the key entities part of data model object, like first of all, the customer 360 data model itself. So it's a standard data model, the overall system that governs a set of common data model objects and determines how to describe those DMOs and how they relate to each other. So this would be the core concept behind the data modeling concept. Like it's a standard model that we will use in data cloud, that is customer 360 data model. Then coming to subject area contains parts of the customer 360 data model, which gather large chunks of data and bring them together in a general framework using data model object. This information helped you achieve your business goal. For most marketers, that goal is to market or promote your product or service to your customers. Data model subject areas might include a grouping of unique identifiers called party, or could be an engagement data, sales orders, or product information. All right. So, what this means is, like when you're bringing in data from multiple systems, each of the system might have email address data, can have phone number data, can have first name, last name, all this information, right? So when you're bringing in these type of data into data cloud, you need to organize them together, Like when I'm bringing in data from AWS, where I'm having first name, last name, email address, and I'm bringing in data from, let's say, Eloqua. Even in Eloqua, I'm having email address data. There are chances that each of this data might be same or it might be different. But the structure would be somewhat, maybe the name that I've given to these fields would be different. But when I use contact point email, that is an object where I'm going to store all the email related information, like email address related information. So this is what the subject area actually means. And a data model object is a grouping of data in the customer 360 data model that describes an instance of a thing or an action. Okay, then comes the attribute. It's a standardized piece of information about a DMO, often contained in a field as shown in Data 360. Attribute is again, it's like a field itself. Then we have primary key, foreign key, similar to other data structures, like where you can store a unique value which identifies a single record. Only one instance of that value can exist in a given data set. Then foreign key is a common link found between data source that builds data relationship, which we discussed about this earlier, like one to one, many to one. So you can link multiple data sources with a customer ID, contact ID, lead ID, etc. Okay, then we have types of contact point DMO, which we will discuss one after the other. But for now, understand these are all different types of contact point DMOs available, like contact point address, contact point app, contact point consent, contact point email, contact point OTT service, contact point phone, contact point social. Each of this contact point DMO isolates a specific communication channel, creating a scalable and well structured data model. This separation improves data quality, enables precise engagement across channels, and ensures business have a complete and reliable view of how customers prefer to be contacted. All right. So those are all some standard contact point ones, and maybe here you can see the DMOs are organized into different data object subject areas, like based on case, based on engagement, based on loyalty, party, privacy, product, and sales order. And yeah, this is what I discussed earlier as well. Like these are all the different types of contact point available. As I have already covered this, I'll just skip it. And now we'll enter into a demo to understand what is contact point and how it works. Okay, as part of the demo, we'll start with a file. It's a CSV file where you can see some details related to the customer. And let's say this customer data is pulled from an offline store. And all these are dummy data, so not to worry much about the email address or phone number. So as you can see here, you will see a client number which is not consistent or maybe not aligned with the Salesforce contact ID or contact key. And we do have first name, last name, email, gender, primary phone number, secondary phone number, city, state, country, and then item, age, lifetime value. So these are all some information related to a customer, right? So you can see some junk values also added over here. So we'll see how it works, how it looks in Data Cloud, whether this gets loaded or not. Okay, with that said, let me jump back into Salesforce and we'll see how it looks like. Here in Salesforce, I am in the Data Cloud app, and I am in data stream section because I'll be loading that CSV file into this Data Cloud instance. Okay, so it's a normal process like uploading a file. So we'll see how this works. You have file upload option. So you just need to click on upload, click on next, and bring that particular file into this particular section. So for a moment, I'll bring the data and paste it here. Okay, I've just uploaded my CSV file. I just dragged and dropped my CSV file into this data stream section. And as I'm having a customer data here, this is a profile category. So I'll keep it as profile category, and my contact point DMO works on profile category. That also you should keep in mind. As the name suggests, it is contact point. Like how you would how you would contact a person. That is what contact point DMO means. It comprises of email, phone number, OTT, application, whatever it is. The way you contact your customer, that is what you will see as contact point DMO. You can organize that accordingly. This is a new data lake object that is going to be created, and how you would like to name this data lake object. So as of now, I'll remove this extension and I'll keep it customers data from offline. It's up to you how you would like to, and better to give a proper naming convention upfront, because as this is data cloud, you will have n number of sources getting connected, and it is better if you are giving some um, short forms or some identifiers to easily identify from which particular source data is coming from. Okay, so that is one thing that you can keep in mind. And along with that, if you want to give some other naming convention like a standard format, you can follow that as well. And here I'm having a primary key. So as of now, I'll use this client number as a primary key. I can also use email address. Let's see what happens if I use client number. And as we already discussed about formula, like if you want to set up some formula fields, you can set it up over here. And later also, once it is configured, you can go back and set it. As of now, not going to set up any filters. So I'll just go and deploy this one. And this is a one-time load. Okay, so you might not see the scheduling related information or how often the data gets published. Okay, so I can see that all the records getting processed here and total records as 1,000. And you need to keep a note of this thing, like if you're preparing for an exam or an interview, like the API name for this particular data stream would be DLL. Okay, so yeah. I mean to say the extension, and you can see all the fields getting updated here, and there are some standard fields that is automatically added, like internal organization, data source, and data source object. Okay, fine. So now we'll get into the data mapping section. As of now, we haven't mapped any fields. If this data is coming from Salesforce, then there will be some fields automatically mapped for you. But as this is a manual data upload, you might not see the fields getting mapped automatically. So it's your job to go and map the fields as per the data model that you are going to bring in. For now, I'll just select a contact point object, but we'll see if required, we'll bring in some multiple. You can bring in as many multiple data model objects that you would like to have. So I just clicked on the select objects button, and it will give me all the objects currently available part of the customer 360 data model. And it's not necessary that you are going to map each and every field to a DMO. You can leave some of them as unattended or some of them as not mapped. That is perfectly fine, but you need to keep in mind that primary keys and foreign keys, if you have any, that needs to have a proper relationship. And this is like maybe you need to be very careful here. This would be like one-time process. Once you have done the mapping and published this one or saved this one, after that you will not have any chance to go back and unmap. Again, you can do that, but you will have you need to struggle a bit, because you need to delete, and if there is a interaction with the next identity resolution or calculated insights or segments, then you need to do it like last in first out kind of approach. Whatever you did at the last, you need to delete that and then come back to data stream, or maybe the data mapping. So now you can see all the objects available here. So for my purpose, I just need to map my data to a proper data model. I can also create a custom data model, what this custom data model will do. It will create a new object within customer 360 data model, and it is specific to only this particular account where you are creating. And as this is a custom data model, this is like a custom object. So if you are working on a Salesforce account specific to a customer or a brand, you might create a number of custom objects. And do you think that custom objects will be available globally in any other Salesforce environment? No, right? Similarly, here also this custom data model is like specific to only this account. And then standard data model is like some of the data model which should be available for your use. And these objects are part of customer 360 data model. Okay. So now I'll search for contact point. I just gave a search for only contact, and you can see these are all the different options that I'm getting. But based on your instance and the package that you have installed, you might get a few more options available. So for me, it is contact point address, contact point app, contact point consent. This address means like the physical address, like the location related information. App is if you are having any app information, you are going to connect it over here. And this contact point consent is whether you are having um, what to say, opt-in details, opt-in opt-out details, that is actually captured in contact point consent. Apart from that, we do have other consent point apps, as I told, consent point phone, consent point email, all those things are also available. So let me quickly search if I have that contact point. Yes. So if I just give contact point, I'm getting all the necessary contact point objects. So address, app, consent, digital ID, email. So these are all some of the options I'm having. So in my information, I have this contact point email, and I think I should also have contact point phone. So it's just selecting that particular object, whichever you would like to have in your data map. Then I've just chosen this, and I have something known as standard extended. So that is also a set of objects. Maybe you have some set of standard objects on top of it. Some of the extended objects will be available for you here. Um, okay, so yeah, let me give a minute. Let's see if this loads. Otherwise, I'll click on done and move back to the mapping section. And here you can read this out like standard data model is a Salesforce published collection of objects, fields, metadata, and relationship. They enable consistent data across application and business process. Okay, and maybe in near future, I'm expecting in sometime in the first quarter of this year, you will have data cloud agent, which will help you in this mapping work or task. Okay, you just need to give a prompt to it and it will do the job. It will do the mapping. Your job is to go and verify whether that mapping is correct or not. Okay, so I have just chosen that contact point email, and contact point phone. So you can see here automatically some of the fields got mapped. How it is getting mapped? Maybe based on the name that we have given. So country, it's automatically mapped to a country field on the right hand side. So left hand side is my CSV data, right hand side is my standard customer data model entities. So contact point, again, you can you can see this around 17 fields available here, like active from what date, active to date, and the again you can just read it out. These are all some of the different information that you will have. Maybe we'll discuss about party in the later sessions, but as of now, we'll only focus on contact point ID. Contact point ID is a primary key. So in my case, my primary key is client number. So if you are using contact ID, contact key, then contact point ID becomes your contact key or contact ID. Okay, as this is a profile data, make sure there is one unique identifier. If you're not having, you can create one, like maybe the formula field which we saw, like there you can create one UUID field, which will act like a primary key. Okay, so that is one thing. And on top of it, if you are having any other information available, you can also connect that information to this contact point object. Okay, so here you can see the relationship. Okay, I need to save this, so we'll go to that later. Here in contact point email, I just need email address, but let me see what are all the different options I have. Maybe contact point email ID is required. So again, you can map the email address itself to contact point email ID. Then email domain. So if at all, if you are having something like outlook.com, gmail.com, or any company.com, like any company domain.com, if you have a separate data around that, you can just bring in that information as well in a field and connect that field to email domain. Okay, so I have mostly come across only this type of scenarios where we will be connecting an email domain, or maybe this bounce data. If you are bringing in any bounce data from an external platform, then you need to have this bounce date and time and the reason why that email was bounced. Even if it is a soft bounce or hard bounce, you can use that information. And sometimes maybe there will be business hours, and there will be some hours provided by the customer to contact, right? So that is where you need to map this fields, like best time to contact, time zone, all this information. Okay, and time zone code, again, like the time zone from where the customer is located, and if at all, if that is captured, you can map that time zone information also here. Okay, so yeah, I think those are all some important things that you can keep in mind while working on contact point email. Coming to contact point phone, here you can see we have only the country mapping, but not the phone number mapping. So here actually we should have the phone number being mapped. So again, I thought of taking this topic for my next session, where we'll discuss about what is this formatted E164 phone number. But just keep in mind, this is a format that we are going to follow for the phone numbers that we are bringing in from external system. Okay, so I'll give an elaborate idea of what this particular format is all about in my next session. So as of now, my phone number should match. I have two phone numbers as of now. So I should match those phone numbers to fields within this particular contact point phone. So if I need to see what are all the different sections that I have, maybe I have a phone ID, contact point phone ID, and then I have formatted national phone number, formatted international phone number, and this one E164 phone number. Okay, so apart from that, maybe this party role plays a major role. We'll discuss about that in our future discussion, as I told. Then profile first created date, last created date if you want. And again, if you are using this data for a sending out an SMS from Marketing Cloud, then you need to capture the short code as well. Again, this information should be available for you in your initial data itself, based on the region from where they are communicating, like from where they are giving you the information. Based on that, you need to set up your short code, and that short code you are going to map here. Okay, so it's again based on the region, right? So um, every customer coming from the same region, you can use the same short code. It depends on the telecommunication information that you are getting from your respective countries. So yeah, I think these are all few things that I wanted to discuss in today's call and today's session. And you also need to keep in mind that when you are having multiple phone numbers or multiple email addresses, then there is a different approach that you are going to follow, maybe which we will discuss in the upcoming session. Like when we are having multiple email address, what to do, which one should take priority, and how to configure that. Okay, so those are all some advanced concepts. So as of now, just keep in mind, if there is an email address, map it to a contact point email. If there is a phone number, map it to contact point phone. Okay, and each and every section is having an ID, so you need to have that ID mapping properly done. Hope this helps, and I believe we'll come back again. So here we are having some issue here, like primary key has to be mapped for following entities: contact point email and contact point phone. So my primary key is client number, so I need to map it to contact point email and contact point phone. Let me do that really quick. So you just need to select the left hand field which you want to map, and parallelly you can also select the field that you want to map on the right hand side. Okay, I'm just doing it randomly, but maybe we'll have a proper discussion around this overall mapping when we discuss about party, individual, unified individual. These are all the topics that I'm going to cover in my next sessions. So stay tuned, and let me quickly map to contact point phone. Okay, this mapping more or less works like the data designer. In data designer, how we do the mapping, similar to that, but make sure like you're doing the mapping accurately upfront, because later there are chances that you're going to break the data if you're doing something wrong in the later stages. Okay, now let me try to save this one. Yes, it will save. So one more thing to note here is sometimes you might get an error like you cannot delete certain fields part of managed package. So this is an known issue. The reason being, managed package will bring some standard set of objects, fields, and metadata. So you cannot delete that standard data. If at all, if you want to do some deletion operation, then you need to create your own what to say, mapping own customer data model object, so that it will help you in deletion of the things. So for me it is custom, right? Maybe it's not custom, but I have used the standard, but initially it did not map anything. Because I brought my data from an external CSV file, it's a file upload. But if you're connecting to maybe a Salesforce CRM data, then there are chances that you will have this type of information. Like you might see something, what I mentioned, like you might see an error when you are trying to delete it. Okay, so if you want to delete this entire contact point object, you just need to click on this and it will remove the mapping. And if you want to edit some properties later, you just need to select it this way. And this is what the view that will be visible for you once this mapping gets saved. Okay, so here you can see some of them are like API names are generated, and this SSOT means single source of truth, and KQ means key qualifier. We'll discuss about KQ separately, because KQ is also an important concept. This is again like a primary key concept in objects. Okay, and this will generate a data model object. So you can see DLM, the API name as DLM, and contact point is again a data model, right? So it is DLM. And always it works with object category profile. And then if you are having any value suggestions, you can enable this value suggestions. Otherwise, you can uncheck that particular option. And all the important or the standard objects, standard fields is available for you here. It's not having the entire list of all the fields. Okay, but that is fine. Once you have like mapped all the fields part of contact point, then you will see all those mapped fields here. In my case, I haven't mapped all the fields, so whatever is required, what are all standard fields that I am having, only that is visible here. Okay, then you can see this unmapped section. So if you expand this one, you will see all the fields which is not mapped. If required, you can map those fields, and as there is a big list of fields, you can just use this search box to find out any specific fields that you need. And you have this relationship. So this relationship will help you in the cardinality, like one to one, one to many. In my case, it's one to one only. By default, it will take one to one. But if you want to create anything additional, you just need to create a new cardinality. So you just need to add a new relationship, and what is that object, and the field that you are bringing in from the object, and the cardinality, whether it is one to one or many to one. These two options are available. And from the related object part of data cloud, what object you are bringing in here, and we have a big list of all the objects. So which object you wanted to use, you can just choose that object, and then related field. So in that particular object, if I just choose contact point email and maybe related field, that would be an email address or maybe an email ID. I can just map it accordingly. That's it. So the cardinality, whatever I'm going to choose, one to one, n to one, so that will actually establish the connectivity. Okay, so if you're having any doubts or any confusions, please do drop a message in the comment. I'll go through it and respond back to your messages. And if you want any quick responses, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay, so with this said, this is how a mapping works, and you might see some warnings as well. So sometimes it is okay to ignore the warnings, but sometimes again 90% of the times it is better to bring in all the clean data and then do all the mapping and do all the processing in data cloud. So make sure you will not have much warnings available while you're doing something. So my warning here is like the following attributes should be mapped to successfully use identity resolution, segmentation, and activations. So the field that I need to use here is party. So in my today's discussion, I'm not having party related discussion. So I'm not mapping anything over here. But in our upcoming discussion, we'll just use the same information. I mean to say same mapping will continue from here. Here also you can see the formatted E164 phone number and party is not connected. So we'll do that mapping in our next session. Hope this particular demo helped. And if at all, if you are having any questions, feel free to drop a message to me. And now jumping back to my slide, and I believe all of you are uh, okay with whatever we have discussed so far. Okay, I'm back in my PPT, and these are all the resources. Again, data cloud means there are like ocean of information. So you can go through any YouTube videos and trailhead modules, and there are some super badges around the data cloud data streams. So you can complete that super badges. And then there are some videos that is again done by Salesforce themselves, published in this particular site, that is salesforce datacloud.hubs.vidia.com. So you can go through these videos. All the upcoming new features will also be available for you in this particular uh, Vidyard page, so you can go through that. And some experts I would suggest to follow when you are working on data cloud would be Matthew, Vlad, Gajendra, Arvind, Aditya, Arthur, and Elliot. There are many, but these are some of the top members I have picked. But again, there are many people who work on data cloud and who are again experts in data cloud. Okay, with that said, whoever is staying till now, thank you so much, and come back to my next session where we will discuss about party, unified individual, individual object, unified link individual, and maybe here and there we will have some nuances. So all those information we'll discuss in our next session. So thank you so much for staying back till now.